What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about NIO. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what just came out associated to NIO itself, which isn't the best news. And then aside from that, just go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So NIO is down 1.24%. 436 the low, 444 the high. So market just opened roughly around 6 minutes ago, so take everything that I say with a grain of salt. So things could change, but definitely a lot of volatility as per usual. Once the market does open, NIO just tanks, and a lot of that is linked to puts. So I'm going to go over that in a second, but no news from NIO itself today. No SEC filings, no even speculative stuff has come out over the weekend. So it's largely just been reacting to its technicals. But a couple key levels that you really wanted to watch with NIO for them to hold. Shorts know that, and they are increasing right now 1.56 million shares. 11.28% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 150.68 million shares overall are being shorted. 1 million of that was ultimately right here when they started to kind of lay the foundation and hit NIO pretty hard. But like I said, no speculative stuff has even come out. Even on a macro standpoint, not all that much. So the next big thing is going to be manufacturing data on February the 28th. So it's just kind of stuck in limbo right now. We have registration numbers coming out tomorrow, so that could potentially be a good thing for NIO. But aside from that, one thing that, in my opinion, that's really moving NIO today is this right here. So the HSI, there was a lot of high expectations that NIO was going to get added to that. The results did show right here that they didn't get added. So I think a lot of high expectations for that, but unfortunately no dice. It does still show that they are part of the tech index as well as the composite, and those changes, the weighting hasn't changed, so still 0.45, so still a very small amount. But I think, again, a lot of high expectations were the fact that it was going to get added to the HSI, but like I said, no real dice. And maybe that actually does justify why there was a abnormal amount of transactions on the secondary market from Friday. So these are all the transactions so far occurring today, so no transactions pre-market during the day or anything. These are all the ones on the dark pool right now, so it's 3 transactions, all pre-market. And unfortunately, when it comes down to the dark pool, you can't really see the bid or the ask, so it's very difficult to tell what is buys and what is sells. But based on this and the price point at the time, it is fair to assume that it was shorts trying to bring it down, because it was kind of during this price level or stuff like that. So let me know your general thoughts on that in the comments below. But aside from that, with the market open 10 minutes, you have 427,000 in calls, 44,000 in puts, 55,000 or 55% of all the options being done today are bearish in nature. And like I said, it happens all the time. The fact that as soon as the market opens, you have bearish options that are done, and then the stock price, they're free to unload and cause the stock price to go down. That way their options do benefit. A lot of manipulation, if you ask me, but what's new? Aside from that, of the options that are being done, there's still good consensus for it to be above 5. Bears are anticipating for it to be sub roughly around that $4 range. So kind of polar opposites for that. With it right now at 439, it is right below this pivot point, and I've stated in the past, shorts are very strategic. They know when to hit NIO and when to really bring it down below these key support levels that you really wanted to kind of watch for them to hold. So $4.41 is going to be that key level that you really want to watch for NIO to close above today. So whether it fights and crawls just to get above that, that's absolutely necessary as hell. So 441, and then if not, then 407 is going to be the next strong support. 476 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. No new analyst ratings, nothing like that. So the last ratings did come out right over here. And you've seen actually the EV sector get quite a lot of new ratings today. Just regrettably not NIO. XPeng did get some pretty good ones as well on a side note, but nothing associated to NIO itself. So yeah, last one was done 3 days ago. It was a sell $3.90 price target, which oddly was upped from $3.50, and which is kind of even crazy because they recently did take it from $3.90 down to $3.50, and then seem to be reverting back to their old rating, which is kind of weird. But Goldman Sachs, Tina, who has a 48% success rating, absolutely horrific rating. So out of the 48 recommendations that they have done, 23 are positive. But aside from all of that though, on the actual chart itself, let's kind of go over this. So right now with it at looks like $4.40, so it is recovering. You have $4.38 being that 50-day moving average. So again, another element that you really want to watch for NIO to close above. And then looking here, you have 438 as well for the ALMA. So very tight support. So again, watch for that. And then if it does and is able to close above those points alongside that 441, then you'll see some pretty good momentum. But I think there's a hell of a lot of volatility today, and it seems to be recovering fairly well. Kind of mixed across the board as far as on my watch list. So definitely a lot of volatility. So let me know your general thoughts on NIO. Have you been buying? Have you been selling? What is your viewpoint on, for instance, them not getting added to the HSI? Or like, what's your kind of 2 cents on all that? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And then one final thing, pop over to my Discord, completely free. A lot of good information in the description below and also the comments. So a lot of good people. So you can go there, talk shop, options, stocks, crypto, whatever floats your boat. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.